We're going to talk about inequalities and how to graph them. The different situations we're going to have are when we have less than, greater than or equal to. So for the first one, we have x is less than 5. It's not less than or equal to 5, so we're not going to include 5. So it's going to be an open circle. And if x is less than 5, that means that we're on this side. Everything to the left of it. Because we have 4, 3. Over here we have 10 and 0. So one trick you can think about is if you have x here, and the arrow is pointing towards x, that means it's less than. So if you flip it, that means that this is going to be x is greater than 5. And since it's not equaling 5, we're going to have another open circle, which means it doesn't include 5. So then, since it's x is greater than, since x is on the side with the bigger part, that means we're going to go x towards 10 and away from 0. So this way. And notice how the arrow goes in the same direction, like this. Like the arrow is being pointed that way. All right, let's try it again for this one. X, take a guess. How would you say this one? Greater than or less than? It's greater than, right? But it's greater than and equal to 1. So since it's equal to 1, we're going to have a closed circle. Because it includes 1. But x is greater than, so that means we're going to be going in this direction. All the way to infinity. All right. Now, something that usually tricks up people is when you have x on the other side. What does that mean? How would you read this? X is what? Up here we were saying x is less than 5. So isn't this x is less than 5? Well, technically, if you read left to right, it would be 5 is less than x. Or if you flip that, it would be x is greater than 5. See how the bigger side of this symbol is facing towards x? That means that this is greater than this. This symbol is always going to point in the direction of the smaller one. So for this one, we're going to go to 5. And since it's not less than or equal to, with the bar underneath, we're just going to have an open circle. And then it's going to be 5 is less than x, or x is greater than 5. So we're going to go this way. Now that's confusing, right? Because before over here, we were saying this arrow goes in the direction of this. That's true when you have x first. When you have the number first and x on the other side, it's not going to work like that. It's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be the opposite. So rather than using this rule, let's just remember that the bigger side of the symbol is pointing towards the number or the part that's bigger. So since x is on this side, that means x is going to be bigger than what's on this side, which is on the smaller end. So that means x is greater than 5. So everything this way. Okay, so how about this one? X is on the side with the smaller part, so that means x is less than 5, or 5 is greater than x. So since, again, it's not equal to, we're going to have an open circle. Now, which direction are we going to go? Are we going to go left or right? It's confusing because of this, right? It's pointing this way. But it's also saying that 5 is greater than x. So that means we're going to go this way. Because x is everything less than 5. Okay, how about for this last one? We have 1 is greater than and equal to x. So since we're including 1, we're going to have a closed circle. And since the symbol opens up towards the 1, that means that 1 is going to be the bigger one. So 1 is greater than or equal to x, or x is less than and equal to 1. So which way is x going to be? This side or this side? Well, we just said x is less than or equal to, right? So that means less than. So one thing to remember, if you write x first, then the symbol, and then a number, then it's going to be going in this direction that the arrow is saying. But if x is on the right-hand side, like this, we're going to be going in the opposite direction. See how this? X is on the right side, and when the symbol is pointing left, the graph is going right. Same thing here. We're going right, but on the graph we're going left. And same thing down here. It's pointing right, but the graph is saying left. That's because x is on the opposite side. But when x is on the left side, the direction the symbol is pointing to, that's the direction that x is equal to. Left. Same thing for this one. Right. And same for this one. Right. Cool. Well, I hope that made sense. Have a good day.